What's up, YouTubeites? Welcome to Lords of the Long Box presents the Cover Price Top 10 for the week ending July 17th. Happy San Diego Comic-Con weekend to you for those who are going to go into the abyss and madness of San Diego Comic-Con. Do not ask me if I'm going. I am not going. It's my birthday weekend, and I don't want to spend it in crowds and lines. So
happy birthday.
Why, thank you. It's my July 24th, so I'm going to spend it with family and do all that. So, but I digress. Why you guys are congregating? Why don't we get the show started? We haven't heard the word in a while. We haven't heard the word in a while, have we?
Let's get
Here we
it.
go. What's good, YouTubeites? Welcome to Lords of the Long Box presents the Cover Price Top 10. The over-under on 8 billion Genie books is 5.5. So place your bets now while we do all our introductions. Gabe, say what's good to the people.
Welcome in, everybody. It's Tuesday. Feels like a Thursday being here with my boy Dark Side Jedi. But yeah, it's Tuesday, everybody. Let's get this week started. Put your bets in on that over-under. On that book.
Yeah, the over-under is 8 billion, right?
Yeah. Speaking of 8 billion, Dark Side Jedi, say what's up.
Hey. So thanks for joining, everybody. We got a great list tonight. I hope to see a lot of 10 out of 10s. Let's do it.
Possibly. You never know, man.
I don't. Who knows? You know what? I can be an optimist, all right?
Yeah. The show is sponsored by our friends over at CovrPrice.com. Sign up for a free 2-week trial or $6.99 a month, and you get your price guides, collections, and trends. And this here top 10 list we do every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and Shaker Show at every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, except for this Thursday because because it's San Diego Comic-Con, and I'll have something else up for you, though. Don't worry. It's also from our friends at Key Collectibles for all your CGC submission needs and pressing, cleaning. Hit them up on facebook.com/Key Collectibles or instagram.com/Key Collectibles. Also sponsored by myslabs.com. Right now, there is a My Slabs showcase that you can sell books for over $60,000 with 0% seller fees. You know, all of you in the live chat, I'm pretty sure you got that $60,000 book. So,
Or that $60,000 burning a hole in your pocket to go
I
draw
Right.
on there
right,
too.
yeah. So shout out to everybody in the live chat. Thank you for joining us on this rather hot day. Jeez, it is pretty darn hot on the West Coast.
So what's happening in England? Is it like
They're probably
the
drinking
sun?
tea or something.
Is the sun? No. I saw on the news that it's like breaking think like rubber is
No,
melting.
yeah, it's
so
all
hot
over
there.
Europe actually. Like in Portugal and Spain, like 1,000 people died of heat stroke or something like that.
Jesus.
It's something ridiculous.
Yeah, they don't have air
breaking
conditioners
heat
out there too in
records
those
or
areas sometimes too.
One of my buddies, smallscreen.co, Edward, lives in France, and he said it was 105 degrees. So, whoa.
I had a job that would fly me out to Portugal every couple of months, and yeah, it's on the water. And a lot of those people don't have ACs because it's on the water.
Yeah. When you live by the beach, there's no AC because you have that. So let's get right to it, boys and girls. This is the CovrPrice Weekly Top 10, where we look at the hottest or the biggest selling books, the most units sold, and in terms of units sold, as well as a percentage of price sold. So 8 billion genies is over under at 5.5. So good luck. Let's see what we're going. Let's start off. Once again, there's always a runner-up in our top 10. It doesn't quite make the top 10 list, but it's worth an honorable mention. What do we have for this week's runner-up?
This week's top 10 plus uno is Star Wars: The Mandalorian #1 from the Linnell Francis Yu 1 in 50 variant from Marvel. Just came out in 2022. Mando makes his first appearance in a comic story in this issue, along with the first cameo of the adorable baby Yoda or Grogu. Yet this Yu 1 in 50 is anything but adorable. Linnell captured the grittiness of the Mandalorian displays on screen through an enveloping black background, sending fans to track down a copy and hopefully collect some future aftermarket bounty. We've tracked 44 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 58%. High sell for a raw is 60, with a fair market value going about $38.
Get those Mandalorians.
We've been talking about this from jump, that this was going to be
not
this cover, but just this book in general is going to be like
we've said it on here. I've said it on here, and you know everybody wants to take credit. I don't even care about credit anymore. Fuck credit. But anyway, I was saying first appearance of Mando and Grogu is gonna blow up because just the show itself, you know, and you know, read the tea leaves, and sure enough, you know, this is their first appearance. Not in the comic, but there's also a first appearance on a cover that we actually highlighted a couple of weeks ago. So there's always that one. You know, people chase first appearances. Well, there's also first cover appearances, so you never know. So runner-up is Star Wars: The Mandalorian #1, and I'm glad Francis Yu variant because I can't say his first name, but I'm glad that you were able to. All right, let's get right to it, boys and girls. Let's get to the top 10. What do we have for number 10? Whoa, right off the bat.
So you said, what's the word? Well, hey, the bird is the word. Bird City variant here. The 8 Billion Genies #1, the Trish Forstner Super Mario #3 homage. And this book was limited to 500 copies. 8 Billion Genies has continued to turn up the hype. This Super Mario 3 homage from Bird City Comics, drawn by Trish Forstner of Stray Dogs, raccoon-tailed its way up last week with 12 copies sold, 7-day trend of 131%, and a high new sale for a raw copy of $400. But don't get too excited because the fair market value sits at about $248. But a little added side note, this was on the Shakers list last Thursday, I believe. So congratulations, Bird City Comics.
Yeah, our sister channel, Bird City Comics, who also have it. So shout out to them. Their show is on at 6:30 right after us. So make sure you stick around to get redirected. But yeah, that's amazing, man. It's
pretty cool.
Post-pandemic.
It's such a cool cover. Love that Mario 3 homage. I wish if this was me, I would have did it as the left-hand Bros variant for Super Mario Brothers 3.
Ooh, what's that? I don't.
So the first print of Super Mario Brothers 3, it looks just like this, but instead of where it says Bros or where Genie is here, it's on the left-hand side. So it's kind of squished there in the corner. So then they reprinted it with it being on the right-hand side. So I thought that'd be kind of cool. Maybe to do a second print and make that second print the other variant. So it's kind of a backward entendre kind of idea.
I'll ask Laura over at Bird City to do it. I'm pretty sure it'd be hype. So number 10 on the list is the first of 5.5 over under. So we're starting off pretty good. 8 Billion Genies, number 1. The Bird City Trish Forstner Super Mario 3 Homage. Coming in at number 10. What do we got for number 9? Is it a Genie's book? Oh!
It's a sexy cover nonetheless.
Number 9, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 295. This is the John Royal retailer incentive cover. That was a 1 in 10 variant. IDW 2022. Larry Hama and S.L. Gallant continue their road to issue 300 of G.I. Joe. On the way to the iconic issue, John Royal delivers a fantastic and hard-to-find 1 in 10 ratio cover. Known for his work on Danger Girl, Elvira, and Wolverine, Royal illustrates a gorgeous depiction of the Lethal Baroness. We tracked 12 copies sold, and the 7-day trend is at 236%. High sales are going for $50 on raw copies. I can see why he worked on Danger Girl. It looks just like J. Scott Campbell's style a little bit.
It does.
Yeah.
I thought it was at first when we.
Yeah, from a distance and arm lengths away.
Yeah. Gotta love a nice Baroness cover.
Oh, you can't go wrong with Baroness covers, and you have to draw her hot. Like, she can't just be like in the background or anything like that. The dark raven hair, her badass attitude, the costume doesn't hurt either. Yeah.
The face is what really tells me it's not a J. Scott Campbell. You know what I mean? J. Scott Campbell has a very distinct way he draws female faces. You know what I'm saying? But I dig it. I actually like this better than J. Scott Campbell. Dare I say it? Ooh. All right, so number 9 on the list, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 25, the John Royal Retailer Incentive 1 in 10 variant from IDW. Wow, 1 in 10s. Well, I don't hear that much often. All right, we got 8 Billion Genies in number 8. Oh!
No. So we got Star Wars, Darth Vader, number 20. This is the Chris Sprouse Lucasfilm 50th anniversary variant. And The Mandalorian, number 1, was just released this past week. The launch of Din Djarin's first solo series has renewed interest in this book. In February, Marvel put Din Djarin and Grogu on the cover for their first ever traditional comic cover appearance. As we anticipate the release of Grogu's first full appearance in Star Wars, The Mandalorian number 2, this cover appearance is being picked up again. We tracked 29 copies sold this week and had a 7-day uptick of 107%. And it had a high sale of $100 for a CGC 9.8.
Yeah, this is the one I got when it came out because this is, the first comic cover appearance of Mando and Grogu, but their first kind of comic magazine is the Star Wars Insider.
Insider, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that one is the first kind of really true time they did it, but if you guys haven't seen it, look it up on the YouTubes. They leaked footage of Mandalorian season 3, and it looks absolutely crazy. It looks bonkers. They haven't actually fully released it, but they're somehow, some way, somebody snuck into D23 with a camera and they posted it. It's still on there. But
you know what? Those are some special people. Thank you for your
fully expect to see
dedication.
I fully expect to see it to be at San Diego Comic-Con on this weekend. They're definitely going to do it. All right. Number 8 on the list is Star Wars Darth Vader. Number 20, the Chris Sprouse Lucasfilm 50th anniversary variant. What do we got for number 7?
Wow, good luck pronouncing this. Number 7 is I Want You, Child of Wonder Halloween Comics Fest, number 1 from Unique Studios 2019. They spell it Youneek. clever. I see what you guys did there. Cartoon Network has announced that they will be developing an animated series based on the characters introduced in this issue. Ayanyu is an orphan who suddenly develops or discovers she has abilities descendant from ancient deities. This 2019 Halloween Comic Fest was distributed to be used as a giveaway. If you were able to nab one back in 2019, it has been increasing in value as the spec book. We tracked 25 copies, sold at a 7-day trend of 224% and a high sell, $200 for a CGC 9.8.
Oh,
Yeah, that's really interesting. I
never
mean,
even heard of this
normally, Halloween Comic Fest is kind of this weird thing they do once a year. And really, I have some, and they really, really don't mean anything.
no,
but
no one cares.
It's like a second free comic book day, but not as popular. Yeah,
I have
Exactly,
Secret Wars #1 Halloween Comic Fest. Maybe that's worth something.
I have a
Probably
comic
not.
quest of I want to say either the first appearance of Miles or Gwen or somewhere. I have to look because whenever the free comic book day comes, at least in my LCS, I don't even bother. I don't care about the free comics. I go there for the sales, 30% off. I'll back it. You know what I mean?
Support your comic book stores on free comic book day. Don't grab a handful of books and walk out without dropping some kind of money.
The whole idea is
they
get
pay
you
for
in
those
there
books.
to buy comics. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's free comic book day, but it's not free to the LCS. So just so support your local LCS. Number 7 on the list is Ayanu, Child of Wonder, Halloween Comic Fest number
Halloween
1.
comic covers.
Well, so far we only got 8 billion genies book, and its over under is 5.5. So man, you guys ain't looking good. So maybe number 6.
Boom.
Oh,
Oh man.
Well, at least we have some Betty and Veronica. This is Friends Forever Summer Surf Party #1. And this Archie spin-off series has received tons of attention. The Summer Surf Party debuted a new character, Stacy Banks. This character is described as a genius inventor. Archie Comics editor-in-chief Mike Perlito has stated that he wanted a character that would compete with Dilton on an intellectual level. Stacy Banks is definitely a character that is here to stay. We tracked 15 copies sold this week. It had a 7-day uptick of 490%, and it had a high sale of $20 for a raw copy. It's a pretty big trend. 400. What does that mean? No one was like, people were giving it back and now they're buying it. I don't know what that means. It's
just that four times. It's 4 times as many people were before.
Yeah, I know. I'm just teasing.
Just goes to show you, man. There's fans of every genre. I met Betty and Veronica.
A first appearance is always a first appearance, right? And that's what they're picking up here.
Do you remember
Stacey
the Shakers one we had, where it was something about it was a sexual innuendo cover from Archie?
Yeah.
Oh, that one was wild.
Those ones are the best. Those are the great. And when's the last time that Archie's been had a first appearance of a character? That's probably been 10, 12 years. Probably Kevin Keller.
Well, I think Sabrina, didn't she come from that world of
Sabrina is she's been around for years.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, recently, I think the last one's probably Kevin Keller first appearance.
Yeah. And by the way, I always do this whenever I talk about stuff is shows you need to see. Dude, Sabrina, the Witch on Netflix is an awesome show.
Is it good?
It is not what you expect it is. It is pretty dark and satanic, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's a little creepy at parts.
Yeah, it is. They literally say "Hail Satan," and instead of saying "Thank God," they go "Thank Satan." But it's
they're getting married to Satan in the show and stuff like that too.
Yeah, you just got to watch it. At first I was like, man, but then I was like, holy cow, the creep factor just went up to 0 to 100. So, all right, we're halfway there, boys and girls, and you're not looking good if you're on your over under on the 8 Billion Genies book, but I'll let you ponder that while we hear from our friends over at My Slabs. If you're tired of paying 10, 15, 20% or more, join the 100% revolution.
The platform designed by collectors for collectors just got even better. MySlabs.com is proud to now feature dedicated sections for both raw cards and raw comic books. Browse over 100,000 slab collectibles, authenticated by the industry's most trusted grading companies. Then check out a massive selection of sealed wax and now raw singles and raw lots. Join a passionate, no-nonsense community of nearly 50,000 members and enjoy some of the best buyer and seller protection in the business. And as always, My Slabs offers one of the most disruptive pricing models in the hobby, with seller fees as low as only 1%. So the next time you're forced to pay 10%, 20%, or more to sell something from your collection, head over to MySlabs.com, the low-fee marketplace. By collectors, for collectors.
Yep, you can sign up you sign up as a seller. If you say where they heard it from, tell them the Lord sent you. So number 6 on the list is Betty and Veronica, Friends Forever. Aw, Summer Surf Party number 1. All right, let's get right to it. We're halfway there, boys and girls. Know what we got for number 5? Boom.
Oh, here we go. 8 Billion Genies number 1 from Image Comics 2022. This standard cover has fallen from the number 1 spot after claiming that top spot for 2 weeks in a row. We've tracked 64 copies sold at a 7-day trend of 127% and a high sell of $35 for a raw copy. Fair market value is pretty close at $30 though.
There you go. So that's what do we got? 2, right?
2 so far, yeah.
2 so far.
Yeah. Well, let's see if the trend can continue. So number 5 on the list is 8 Billion Genies. This is cover A, right?
This is the standard cover, yes.
Yep.
Standard cover, yeah. So what do we got for number 4?
Well, 8 Billion
Wait,
Genies
what?
number 3. This is the James Heron cover. And like previous entries, all 8 Billion Genies issues have been moving at high volumes. The announcement of an 8 Billion Genies series coming to Amazon continues to carry the comic book series. Interestingly, despite sales numbers, the variant covers on these issues depict the wish found in the interior storyline. We tracked this variant at 27 copies sold this week and had a 7-day uptick of 602% and had a high sale of $30 for raw.
Interesting. All right, man. I mean, I don't ever remember.
This is one of the wishes. So, wow, this is a trippy book.
Yeah, I don't ever remember a book being optioned for streaming that has gotten this much heat. Although, like I said, post-pandemic, things have gotten nuts. So we shall see, man. So number 4 on the list, 8 Billion Genies, the James Heron variant. What do we got for number 3? Oh.
Wait, what's going on here? Whoa. Number 3, another 8 Billion Genies. This is number 3 from Image Comics 2022. Between the variants and standard covers, it seems the standard covers are selling more frequently. The standard cover for this issue has sold 30 more copies than the variant did. We've tracked 57 copies sold with a 7-day trend of 289%. High sell of $37 sold for a near mint plus raw copy, and the fair market value is $24. So that's another one on the list. This
is Ryan Brown the original cover artist?
You know what? None of these say, so I don't know for sure. Has anybody?
He's the artist he's the interior artist, right? I would assume that's his.
Yeah. So it's Charles Soule, and then Ryan Brown's the interior. Then. Yeah,
those are 2 good guys. I've got to meet them both at a local shop a couple years ago. They were working on this was a long time ago. Shit. Anyway, great. I think they were working on that what was the one they did together? Curse Words, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, great writing crew.
So this isn't even number 1. This is like 8 Billion Genies number 3. So 3 and 3. That always throws me off. But this is as our friend Otto would say, linear. 8 Billion Genies number 3 coming in at number 3. What have we got for number 2? Could it be another 8 Genie?
Well, for number 2, we've got 8 Billion Genies number 2 on a number 2. Wow,
what?
That's crazy.
Whoa.
Andrew McLean. And this is collectors hunting down another early issue. As the desirability to read the subsequent issues in this hot series, we see the desirability of number 2 and number 3 on the rise. We tracked 29 copies sold this week and had a 7-day uptick of 718%, and it had a high sale of $40 for that raw copy. So if I just wanted to read it, I don't know if I would spend $40. I'd probably just, do like a comicsology thing, but hey, that's just me.
I'm
But if I
pretty
was
sure
collecting,
after what, maybe 5 or 6 issues, they'll do a trade.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Yeah. Sometimes I like to watch the show without knowing about the comic. You know what I mean? So I can be, because a bitter part of our community is people who are saying it's nothing like the comic,
Right.
because
Yeah.
the show is different. But you take it for what it is, the merits for what it is. I mean, The Boys is a little bit different from the comic, but it's
But it should
freaking
be.
awesome. Umbrella Academy is pretty close to it. I mean,
do you really want something just copied, or do you want something that's a little bit fresh? I mean,
Exactly. Yeah. 300. Excuse me, Zack Snyder. Yeah.
Watchmen.
Yeah. Watchmen. Yeah. Frame
Watchmen
by
was good
frame.
though.
Yeah, but it was literally frame by frame,
It was.
and he just and they just put it on the big screen. So
Sin City.
yeah, Sin City was awesome. That's why my
Yeah.
favorite is Sin City. Sin City is.
what was
great.
the other one? I didn't like the second one very much.
Second Sin City?
Yeah.
Oh, it had more Jessica Alba in it. I was okay.
Oh no, that part's great, but the story wasn't. I don't know. I thought the story was more.
Is that the
exciting
one
than
where
the first
Rosario
one.
Dawson was in the second one?
Yeah.
She was in
the
both.
first one too.
Oh,
yeah.
was she in the both? Yeah, but yeah.
And I never saw the Spirit.
But Elijah.
Don't watch The Spirit.
Do
Other
not
than the
watch
fact
it.
you
We
get
were
to
just
see
talking about
Ava
that last
Mendes'
week.
butt.
I think we were talking about that last week on the Shaker Show about
Yeah.
how the Spirit was just because the Spirit is Frank Miller's attempt on being a director and writer of a movie. Prior to that, he just written comic books, but he said, you know what? Hey, people are doing 300 and Watchmen. Let me try this. And the Spirit sucked so hard
Yeah.
that gravity turned inside and into itself. That's how bad it was. That's mass suckage. But I'm digging the kind of, what is that, manga? What is that? Macron 1, maybe who is, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. I'm not too up on my robot names, but somebody help me out on who that robot is in anime. God, who is that? Anyway,
I think it's the original character, but I think it's supposed to look like Mazinger or something.
yeah, Mazinger. Yeah, Mazinger. 1, 2, 3, 7, or 5, or whatever one of those are. So, all right, so number 2 on the list is 8 Billion Genies. I mean, let's see how many 8 Billion Genies books we have so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The over-under was 5.5. This is the book that will settle if it's over or under, if you're a winner or a total loser. So what do we have for number 1? Oh!
Whoa, there we are. Another 8 Billion Genies. This is issue number 2 from Image Comics. Once again, the standard cover sells at a higher rate than the variant cover. However, some may not know that this issue had printing errors. Almost all issues were ordered to be destroyed after the printing in this issue was found to be too dark by the artist Ryan Brown. Some made it to the general market via preview copies sent to retailers plus comp copies. It will be interesting to see what price point those rarer error issues end up going for when they inevitably hit the secondary market, of which 3 copies recently did. One sold at $20, one at $24, and another one at $51. We've tracked 65 copies sold and a 7-day trend of 401%, with a high sell of $39 for a near mint plus raw copy, and $19 is at the fair market value.
In my experience, I find out whenever a publisher tells an LCS to destroy copies, they don't really destroy them.
Oh no, trust me.
They
Trust me.
just
But-
somehow end up on the secondary market. That's all I'm saying.
But what I've, from my experience too, they, printing errors have happened. Books have been pulped and recalled before because of printing errors. But when it's a printing error along the lines of like this, or it's like, oh, it's just a little too dark or something like that, it really doesn't become a collectible, because most people end up wanting to get the one that's the corrected version when it comes down to something like a coloring error or it's printing too dark. So it's always interesting to see what happens with these kind of print errors when it's not a print like when Frank Miller's
doesn't sound like
Batman
really
had the
an
F
error.
word in it or something like
Right.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like
All right.
the Spawn, where the ink is.
Anytime you hear a comic
Yeah.
book has been recalled, that's almost immediate to collectors. Like, I need to go get it. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
it's like, that's just the way you guys think and we think. I think, if I said that right. So 8 Billion Genies number 2. So that's 6 Genies books on this list this week. That's pretty amazing. I don't recall a top 10 list in quite a while where we had that many on here.
I mean, the top 5 was 8 Billion Genies.
Yeah, it was all 5 top in the top 5 are all 8 Billion Genies books. So might as well call this the CovrPrice top 8 Billion Genies list. All right, boys and girls, thank you for joining us for the CovrPrice top 10. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Darkside Jedi, any last words?
No, nothing. I could say 8 billion things, but I've said enough.
Oh, touche. Gabe.
All right, everybody. 8 billion thank yous for everybody showing up and hanging out with us today. I'll see you guys on Thursday.
Yeah.
No, you won't. Or maybe you will. I don't know.
Maybe. You can join. There's not going to be a Shaker Show this Thursday because Matt and John will be at San Diego Comic-Con, but
We can make
I'm
up
gonna
our own
have a
Shaker show. There's
Yeah,
still
I'm
a
gonna-
Shakers list. We can go on and show everybody what that day's Shakers list looks like.
That or I
not.
think
Or you can
we
say
may
fuck
have
off
Mikey
and
Sutton
we'll see
on
you
doing the
Tuesday.
letters of the long box, and we may have some scoops for you and some San Diego a preview of San Diego Comic-Con. So Darkside Jedi, Gabe, you guys,
Yeah, man.
feel free to join me.
I'm
Mikey
down
Sutton.
for a preview.
Yeah. So enjoy your San Diego Comic-Con weekend. We will see you guys Thursday for our San Diego Comic-Con / Letters of the Long Black / Shakers show thing. That's going to be a really long title for an episode. So anyway, until Thursday, boys and girls, keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
Oh my god.
Come on and get some, boys. In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 3 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright. In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright. Go on and get some, boys.
Jack, here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
What's in the box?